Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, thank you so much for the support. I am Metria Nikole and I make cleaning, home, and my mom life content here on YouTube. In today's video, I'm just showing you my part of my morning routine, spending some quality time with God, and I'm gonna do a skincare regimen while I speak to you on what I read today. So I ended up reading the book of John, chapter 10. I'm a part of a small group, so I was going through my different devotionals that I had this for the week, and I actually already did them. So I was like, oh, let me go ahead and get caught up on reading the book of John, because our small group is on chapters 10 and 11. So I decided to go ahead and just do the whole entire chapter 10, but the verses 1 through 5 is what really stuck out for me. So that's what I'm gonna kind of discuss to you guys about how the sheep follow the shepherd and how I relate that to myself and me parenting my girls. I hope you guys enjoy. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.
Revival, something more than this shallow survival. God, I need you. God, I need you. Father, bring me redemption. Renew my heart with a resurrection.
So as I'm getting ready for the morning, I'm going to talk to you guys about what I studied, and this relating it back to just having a mental health, being mentally healthy for ourselves. So I'm just gonna be washing my face, brushing my teeth, and getting set for the morning or the day. I woke up kind of late, and I just went downstairs and chilled out with my daughters, and then I came back up and I was like, let me try to get my day started. I got this little Pac-Man shirt from $5 and below. I've been trying to look for little t-shirts, cute little simple t-shirts, and I feel like I should have got a large, but it is what it is. Now I know going forward I'll probably will get larges from there, because after this I'm getting ready to record a satisfying deep clean video and the ASMR, because you know I love ASMR. So I'll probably post that on Sunday, but if not, look forward to that. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you can be notified on future uploads. But getting back to our mental health Thought Thursdays, and I was just reading the book of John, and a couple of things stuck out. When I'm reading something, I try to relate it back to what I'm experiencing in life currently, or even what I experienced in the past and stuff like that. Like it was in John 10. It's like the first 5 verses of John chapter 10, where it talks about how the sheep are dependent on the shepherd. And we know that the shepherd is God and we are his sheep. But I think one thing that was I was trying to think about, well, why are sheep that way? Why are sheep, like it talks about how they're in a flock and how they only follow the voice of the shepherd. So I just went to Google to kind of have, I don't know, sometimes is what I do to figure out why are sheep made that way. And then I was thinking about how at one point sheeps are small, they're babies, and how when they're babies they're growing up. Let me put my hair back right quick. Just bear with me. I'm going somewhere with it, y'all. I did get my hair retwisted. For those that don't know, I have micro locks, but I feel like I'll talk about that later. I don't want to get off track. But yeah, so as I'm getting ready, I'm gonna start trying to talk to you guys about it. Let me wash my hands. But no, I was thinking about how when sheep are first born, they're babies. And I was like, how would they know to follow the voice of God? They're babies. But then I was thinking, okay, well, sheep are made to be in a flock. They're made to be together. Sheep are dependent upon the shepherd to lead them to pastures, which is what they eat is grass, and then provide them water and then protect them from danger. So I believe in Matthew, there's a verse in Matthew that talks about that we should not worry about what we wear. We should not be worried about what we eat because God provides those. And it's crazy how that's talked about on Google when it comes to sheep. I'm going to read it again. It says, sheep are dependent upon their shepherd to lead them into pastures. What they eat is grass. Provide them water is what we drink. And then protect them from danger. I don't know. That's just insane to me. So I was thinking about that. And guys, I forgot to do my facial scrub because I want to do that. So we're going to backtrack and do the facial scrub. So as you know, I always wash my face with CeraVe. I like the Renew and Essay Cleanser. It does not dry my skin out. It keeps my skin fairly clear. And then this facial scrub we're going to do today is by Acure. It's a brightening facial scrub. It's okay. I will not be purchasing this again once it's done. But going back to what I was saying, so then I was thinking, okay, our sheep when they're first born, how would they know to follow the shepherd at a young age? You know what I mean? But then I was like, okay, when babies are born, they know the voices of their parents, because when the baby's in their womb, we as parents talk to our kids. When they're born as a baby, they hear our voice again. As they're growing, they hear our voice again. That's what they're following. I hope I'm making sense. And then I was thinking about, as sheep, they're used to being in the same flock. And then I was thinking, okay, as they become adults, their parents may not be there anymore, but they're so used to, from birth to an adult, hearing the voice of the shepherd. They know they're now on their own. They know who to follow. I always teach my girls, I said, hey, I'm equipping you guys for life, because when you go on your own, go off to college, you're gonna have to function in life without your mom. I'm not gonna be there to help you with homework. I'm not gonna be there for you to speak up for yourself. I'm not gonna be there to keep you on a regimen, tell you to do this and do that. So the tools that I'm trying to equip you with now is to help you when you become an adult, to where I'm not gonna be present in your life because you're gonna be away from my home. So now I'm gonna go ahead and rewash my face with the face wash, only because I did the scrub. I would say this, guys, sometimes like when I'm reading the Bible, it'll be like, oh yeah, man, that makes sense. But when I'm coming on camera to talk about it, I get a little bit flustered with how to explain it from my head to you guys. So just bear with me as we start this journey. But I just want to share with you the different thoughts of how I process things and how I make sure I cover my kids in prayer. It's so important, because this world is a lot different than how you and I grew up. I mean, we all know that. And our kids are exposed to a lot more stuff. I feel like they see a lot more stuff early on. So this is just I feel like it's like a toner, and this hasn't broke me out yet, so I've been liking this. So I put this on first, and I got this from Ulta, and this I've purchased from Ulta too. Sometimes, y'all, Ulta is expensive and you can find their products elsewhere for a cheaper price. I'm just saying. But yeah, so it talked about that, and I was just thinking about like how much as our kids grow from one point to the next, you really have to make sure they have their own relationship with God and can hear from Him themselves, not just you telling them things and then you just pray that one day it clicks. In verses 4-5, where it says Jesus is the protector. To me, I feel like He's a protector because He leads first. As Christians, we are expecting God to be first in our life. We have to spend time with Him and hear His voice. So He's the leader. So whatever God tells me to do, I try my best to do it. Do I do 100% of the time? Absolutely not. But it's just a process. We're human, we're flesh, we sin. So, you know, thank God he is a protector where I can trust him when he is telling me to do something. I know it's for the better good. It's not something that's going to hurt me. It's something, and it could hurt me in a sense where I could feel uncomfortable. I think of just a thorn in the side. Sometimes you go through life and we're like, oh man, I don't want to do this right now. I feel so uncomfortable. I don't want to do it. But we have to trust God. He's telling us to do it. There's a reason for it. Because the devil is real. The devil is here to kill, destroy everybody who doesn't follow him. This is the next thing I'm using. This is the Ordinary has a hit and miss with their products, but I do like this one. So I'm just gonna put it on like this. So the biggest things that I pray for my kids to have, for me to be able to have peace of mind, is 1, protection. 2 is them to have drive and motivation for themselves, and then them to have good people around them. They have favor, for them to have like good teachers, good friends, just positive people around them. But I'm always constantly praying for a direction for them, for God to speak to them, for God to protect them, for God to hold them, give them grace, give them mercy. Those are definitely the top priorities, to remain pure. The next thing I'm doing is the Neutrogena Hydrogen Boost Water Gel. I've been trying to look for a good moisturizer because I feel like I do need that. So I just bought this, and I'm only using it at night. I'm only using it in the morning, and I'm just putting it on. For face products, I don't like cream stuff. Even though this is like may look like a cream, it's kind of like a gel that comes on, if that makes sense. But yeah, so I think just recapping. Hope this, like, I'm making sense. It's like public speaking is something I don't feel like I'm good at. But then I think about Moses. He felt the same way and God still used him. So all I can do is just lead you to what God is telling me to do. I think mental health is just so important. It's so real. A lot of people struggle with it. Some people struggle with it in a silent way. Some people struggle with it in a big way. So the most things that keep me grounded is, you know, praying about stuff. Anything I'm dealing with, I have to pray about it. You know, and sometimes it takes time for stuff to change. Stuff doesn't change overnight. It may take months for God to answer a prayer. That doesn't mean that he's not working, you know what I mean? If you want to like whiten up your teeth, a natural way to do it is baking soda. And another thing, I know as moms, I'm very protective over my kids. My kids always say I'm overprotective, but I have to be, because I know what more of what the world can do. But I remember one time I was talking to my pastor, and he talked about God can protect your kids more than you can. So that really kind of had, like, it was like kind of life-changing, where I really had to trust God more with my kids. And when you pray, you really have to trust God. You can't waver like the winds or the oceans of what you're praying for. You really have to trust God. I hope that this is helping you guys and encouraging you to really trust God with your children. Know that, I'm not the perfect parent. I don't ever claim to be. There's a lot of stuff that I've done where I wish I hadn't. So all I can do is just go moving forward, is be more aware of how I respond to my kids, how I pray for my kids. I try to be more specific about praying for my kids. And God, like I said, God does not always answer it right away, but he will one day. The lotion that I'm using today, or body cream, is by the Jo Marie collection. It's Lavish Body Cream. I'm using this, Usually at night, what I do, like after a shower, I just use coconut oil, and I use this in the morning. So I try to go ahead and get my lotion on before I put perfume on. I put my vanilla musk on. So I'm just taking a little bit like that, very light. This is something I'm definitely gonna wear to work. And I seen a girl just put it on her clothes like that. Like, I love this scent. So I recently got it retightened, but I feel like when I wear just a bonnet, it's just hard to gauge. Like, I don't know. This is the beginning phases of micro locks. So sometimes it's hard for me to figure out what to wrap my hair up in. So I can't find, I was gonna put on my gold hoops, but I can't find them at the moment. But this is all I'm gonna do for right now, because I'm getting ready to record a video cleaning my bathroom because it looks like a hot mess. But I hope this is encouraging for you guys to know that we have to follow our shepherd and trust God with our kids. And when you start doing that, that's when you start having peace of mind and not worrying so much about what they're doing. And hey, if they are into something, again, y'all, that's stuff you have to pray for. It's stuff I prayed for about my kids, and it didn't get answered until 10 years. You get what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind. Stay encouraged. I love you guys. I thank you so much for the support. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.